Having an awesome marriage, Kim, I think really starts with having an awesome God. Now, this might seem obvious, right? I mean, we're talking Christian things. You would assume that in order to have a great marriage, you have to have a great God. But I think so often we can theologically not really process, well, what does this mean? And one of the things, one of the foundations, when you say, what are some of the biggest foundational thoughts in the Christian faith? Or what are things that people, without these thoughts, you wouldn't be Christian in a way? Like what makes something to be what we would call to be a cult or something to be within the stream of Christianity? And it's a belief in the Trinity. Now you might say, whoa, Trinity, where did this come from with marriage? How do these things relate? And I think the way that it relates is that Christians have always believed, ever since the beginning of the church, ever since Jesus ascended and says, I'm coming back, what we have believed is that at the very top of God, at the very top is a relationship. And this is a relationship that has always existed. So if you ask the question, when do Christians believe that Jesus started to exist? We would say never. There has never been a time that Jesus did not exist. Okay, at Christmas, of course, we celebrate when Jesus became a man. But we know from Colossians and from other places that Jesus has forever existed, that at the very top we have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, why in the world do I mention that as it relates to marriage? The reason I mention it is that forever there has been a relationship inside of God. And I know it's mind-blowing, and I'm not going to spend this whole time really building that out and saying different aspects of the Trinity. But we know that forever there's been a relationship at the top without conflict. And with different roles, that out of love, the Father sent the Son. And out of love, the Son went. Out of love, the Spirit says, yes, I will inhabit these filthy people. I will inhabit people like me and make me look more like Jesus, that it would be for the glory of the Father and according to His will. And the reason I think that this is so important is that if you have an awesome God, that you have the hope of having an awesome marriage. Because if you are connected with a God that knows relationships, you're connected with a God who is very aware of relationships, is very aware of what it means to be in a long-term relationship, very aware of what it means to have this, that when you stay connected to that type of a God, you continually have someone in your corner who is very familiar with relationships, who loves you, who is an awesome God that wants you to have an awesome marriage. And just in the very heart of God, we actually have hope for our marriages. We have confidence for our marriage. We can have joy in our marriage because we have that joy, that hope, that confidence in God. So I think one of the first major things that I would ever communicate to someone about theologically having an awesome marriage would be making sure you have an awesome Trinitarian God.